In today's video, gents, 7 tips to dress bold this summer. Now, as you can see, I got Ihsaan here of the StyleJumper, and Ihsaan, let's jump right into this. Tip number 1 is headwear, right?
Headwear is always great for the summer. You're going to look bold. You're going to switch it up a little bit. Wearing hats in the summer is going to look great, whether that's a straw hat. That's the one I would use the most, Antonio.
So let's start off with the fedora. I've seen you rock this look. Do you think this is an easy one for a man to start with?
It is, and that's usually the most common. Most people, when you go to the store and you're shopping, that's the hat that you will probably see the most, is a straw fedora.
Functionally, a hat serves a great purpose of basically preventing sunburn on the top of your head.
Absolutely.
But when you're looking at a hat, how do you know it fits? What are you looking for?
I think you want to try out different hats, Antonio.
Okay.
Because everybody's head is shaped very differently. So you want to see what hat and shape looks best with your head.
So the key here, try it on in person and look at yourself in the mirror. If you're not confident in what you see, then don't purchase it at the moment. Think about it. But guys, practice wearing the hat. One thing I like to tell guys is if you're not used to wearing headwear, wear it around your home. And then something magical is going to happen. You're going to feel comfortable enough after you've worn this for a few times. You're going to go to the store. Not really think you're going to experiment. You're going to try it. And from there, you're going to venture out. Now, another style that you talked about is the Panama.
It reminds me of the tropics. It reminds me of going to some tropical island. That hat is going to look great, especially when it comes to the summer months and wearing something really lightweight.
And you're going to see Panamas priced all over the place, from $10 to $20 to hundreds of dollars. If you're just getting started, I would err on the side of getting something a little bit less expensive. For the higher end Panamas, what you're really paying for, it's about where it's manufactured, how tight the weave, the quality of the workmanship. But if you're just starting off, go with either the fedora, maybe look at a Panama. Next up, let's talk about the boater. I think this is a style a little bit harder to pull off. Tell me a little bit about what you know about the boater, Ihsaan.
I love the boater because it was very popular in the 20s and 30s, and it's very patriotic. You'll usually see a red and blue band on the boater, so it reminds you of the 4th of July. Really having fun in the summer, fireworks. So I really love that style.
And I like the shape of this. This is a very functional hat. It keeps the sun off, allows the air. It's a very loose weave usually. And I do think that the boater is maybe the second hat that you get. Start off with a Panama, start off with a fedora. This is something you're probably going to get more miles out of. You're going to be able to find more selection. And once you get used to wearing a hat like this, then you could graduate to the boater. Next up, gents, we've got the bow tie. And Ihsaan, I hear that you like bow ties.
Antonio, I usually always wear bow ties. My favorite accessory out there.
So when I see bow ties in the summer, what I see a lot of bright colors. I see them very festive.
Either you tie it yourself, or obviously there's a pre-tie option for you.
Well, let's not talk pre-tie here. Guys, if you want a tutorial on how to tie a bow tie, I'm linking to it down in the description. As you can see right here, I go through it. I give you various angles, a very easy tutorial. And gents, another thing I love about the bow tie, not confined just to summer, is that it's an incredibly functional piece. Can you talk about the functionality of the bow tie?
Absolutely, Antonio. The functionality is lightweight. It doesn't get in your way, and really when it comes to your profession, that's where it really helps.
So if you're a doctor, you're a chiropractor, you're a scientist, and you have your necktie falling all over the place, bow tie is a pretty good option.
Bow tie is a great option because you don't want to have that in your client's face.
It is a way to stand out from the crowd. And I think, again, bow ties, when you wear something like this, you're going to probably be the only guy in the room rocking the bow tie.
100%.
Next up, gents, we've got Seersucker. And Ihsaan, I hear you like Seersucker.
Your boy's wearing the Seersucker today, absolutely.
Yeah, you're looking good. And let's talk about this combination. So you've got navy trousers on, looks like chinos, with the Seersucker here. You don't have to go for a full Seersucker suit all the time?
No, if you're going full Seersucker, a lot of times it might scare people off.
Yeah.
So I think having that contrast of the Seersucker and a solid is going to look really great.
And it works well with the bow tie. Tell me about the shirt selection.
So the shirt selection, I usually like to wear a solid shirt when it comes to Seersucker because with the pattern itself in the Seersucker, it can be a little busy. By having a very clean, solid shirt, it's going to look awesome with your Seersucker.
And gents, if you don't know what Seersucker is, it's a cotton fabric woven in a way that allows air to move freely through. It's relatively inexpensive, difficult to find at times, but if you need help with terminology, words in menswear, guys, I've got a free audio for you. It's 500 words every stylish man needs to know. I'm going to link to it down in the description. Yours absolutely free. Go grab it. Next up, gents, we've got shorts. Shorts, they're casual, but they can be part of a stylish man's wardrobe if worn correctly. Now, you've got to nail 2 things in particular. Those 2 things are?
You got to have great fit and style.
Okay, so what is a bad fit?
A bad fit, Antonio, would be that the shorts are too big or too long.
So if they're going to be too long, that's what, past the knee?
I'll just pass the knee, absolutely.
So what's a good length for shorts?
I would recommend at least 1 to 2 inches above the knee.
Unless you're
Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Donald Glover got some great legs.
He does have some nice legs. Now let's talk about the excess material around, basically that's what's going around the circumference of the thigh.
We don't want too much, Antonio, because it's just going to be too much fabric and you're going to look very wide and clunky.
So about 1 to 2 inches.
1 to 2 inches would be perfect.
Now the second thing we got to be careful of is the style of the shorts. There are some pretty bad styles. You see those camo shorts that again go past the knee, that have like hooks hanging from them, and then cargo shorts. Let's talk about cargo shorts.
Please, guys, don't wear cargo shorts, especially when you're trying to be super stylish.
Now, I do have a video in the defense of cargo shorts. If you want to check that out, I'm going to link to it down in the description. So check out this video if you're interested. Next up, we've got a summer hairstyle. So let's go short. Let's go with the short hairstyle. You got some options for me, Ihsaan?
Antonio, it's obvious. There's going to be a bald head, right? No, just joking. So a bald head is a great option.
Yep.
Maybe a buzz cut. You want to trim it down.
Okay.
And then third, shaving the sides of your hair.
And what I like about 2 of those options is that you could actually do them yourself. So if you're looking to save money during the summer, or if you're not able to get to a great barber.
So shorter hairstyles are great because it keeps your head cool. You're not worrying about having a lot of excess hair since it's not the winter anymore. And you're going to feel great. Just a fresh look for the summer.
Now this next tip is to have fun with your watch. Bring in a bit of color. It can apply to any accessory actually out there. But I like watches because it's something that you can take the case, you can change out the strap. So many options out there. I know I just picked up this watch the other day. Love the beautiful blue dial. And I've got this really nice brown leather here. The watch company, by the way, is Monta, an amazing niche brand. If you haven't checked them out, I'll link to them down in the description. But right here, check this out. I bring in a NATO strap, bring in some color. I could go with this case right there, look great. Now they also sent me, I've got right here this silicone rubber type of strap. So if I wanted to go for something that more for a dive watch, or if you want to maybe bring in a metal band, a lot of different options here. And Ihsaan, you've got a nice watch on.
I love this watch. It's a white dial with a blue strap that's going to match my outfit. So Antonio, I think this is a great option.
Now that is a Vincero. I've talked about them before. They've been a sponsor of my channel. What I love about Vincero is that you can actually easily change out the straps. So again, guys, an easy way to bring in color, have a little bit of fun with your watch game, right? Next up, we've got bold prints. And this is something you can easily pull off during the summer if you've got the courage to wear them. And that's key, guys, is that you've got to be able to go out there, pick up that shirt and wear it with confidence. Now, Ihsaan, can you talk about wearing bold prints?
I love bold prints, Antonio, because it just reminds you of summer, vacation, a lot of colors.
And I find that small repeating patterns, especially florals, work with a wide variety of different outfits. It is something, yes, men can wear flowers. Now, things when it becomes a larger pattern, that becomes, I think, a little bit harder for a guy to pull off, but it can be done, especially dark complected men. I've seen a lot of guys pull this off.
And Antonio, and what I would recommend with that is if you're going to have big print and it's bold like that for the summer, go with a solid as your contrast color.
Okay.
That way, you're not all over the place.
Bring it in on the shirts, very easy, something that's relatively affordable. Maybe be very careful with the jackets, although if you start to build up confidence, you can bring it into a jacket as well. Maybe even the small accessories, you know, the necktie, the bow tie, pocket square. That's where you can, again, experiment with those bold prints.